got the vibes with me.
La vibras.
La vibra.
Yeah.
But you know what gives me the bad vibra?
What gives you the bad vibra? Tell me.
I recently saw a movie with my girlfriend. It's one of those sad movies where somebody has like a disease and no one can cure, and it's like the whole odyssey of how that person ends up dying. It's a horrible, but then at the end it's like a message of you gotta enjoy life and shit. But it's like we know of people that in the recent times because of the situation have passed, and in general life is a fucking struggle. Life is a fucking tragedy.
It's a motherfucker,
So,
eh?
it's a motherfucker, eh? And then you watch these movies, and they're supposed to be like, you see how brittle life is. You see, but it's beautiful. No, it makes me feel horrible. I'm already depressed, you piece of shit.
I don't need this movie to remind me. This is supposed to be a
Yeah.
feel-good
You see,
story.
she has cancer, he has cancer, and it's not cured for any of them. So they're gonna love each other until they die.
And look, they still have a smile on their face. They're still persevering.
Okay,
Yeah, man.
you need to watch this. You're gonna learn.
You're just like, you don't appreciate shit. And look at these kids. They're going through cancer. And they manage.
Kiko, you need to watch this, okay? Okay, cry. Yeah, you need to cry here. I know. No, but like my life is horrible. Like I'm away from my family. Like things are already bad. And no, but this is worse. And you need to see it. So every day you cry.
And if you
I don't know,
don't
it's
cry,
like-
you're an asshole.
No, it does make me cry. That's why I don't want to watch them. Because they're super sad. Like I don't know. It's like there's
Which one
some
did you
of
see
them.
with her?
What?
Which one did you see with her?
What's this one?
Oh, who's it
Was
with?
it like, yeah, she started watching it. And halfway, I was like, yeah, I'm not watching this because it's gonna depress me. It was like an Argentinian movie, and the movie started with like this girl with no hair in like a bed, and she has chemo, and she's like recording some shit for her kid for when she's gone and all this shit, and it's just like, oh, okay. This is how I like to spend my Sunday evening before I go to sleep and
This
start
is what
my
we're doing.
week off. Why don't you put a news near my bed in case fucking I get inspired? You know what I mean? Like no, bro. Like life is horrible already. So I don't wanna. I don't know what do you think about these movies? Like there's this one, something about the stars.
Yeah, The
You seen
Fault
it?
in Our Stars. Yeah.
The
Yeah,
Fault in
yeah.
Our Stars. It's supposed to be a book, and it's like
I
two
saw
of
it with
them,
my
and they love
girlfriend.
each other, and they go to Amsterdam, and we're gonna cancer, and it's super sad. But yeah, watch it. There's art here.
Yeah, they're in a ward in a hospital where all the kids, teenagers, they all have cancer, and I think she had a cancer that affected her lungs, to the point where she couldn't get near anyone because she was like immunocompromised, and if she got some bacteria, like chances of her dying just shoot up. I don't know what type of cancer it was, but yeah, man, the whole movie was depressing as hell. She can't get near anyone, she can't hug anyone, and I guess the beautiful part of it is that she falls in love with a guy there who also has cancer, and he has the right attitude. If you can have a right attitude going into it, or she does, I don't know. One of them is very positive about the situation and whatnot.
Yeah, there's always one that's positive and like super like, come on, it's part of life. And then there's the other one that's like, no, it's super unfair, fuck this. But then like, and I'm not making fun of like these diseases. Like, I actually don't like the movies because they're really sad and they're about real shit. And maybe they have a good intention on making them. But for me, it's just like, it doesn't bring me any value. I want to watch a movie that makes me laugh or that makes me think, but I don't want a movie that makes me like, oh, okay, yeah. So I'm reminded once again that life is very short and at any moment it could end. All right, I'm going to go make a sandwich.
Like if I didn't think about that enough, right?
Yeah, like if I didn't think that enough when I'm fucking eating a pizza to my face and I'm thinking, maybe my cholesterol was not at healthy levels, you know. No, I have to also think about some crazy shit appearing out of nowhere, and then, you know, and
You have no
these
control
two
over it.
Hollywood actors trying to portray to me the fucking, you know, tragedies of life. Get the fuck out of here. The fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here. Why are you gonna make
Fuck
movies
outta
like that?
Fuck out of here.
No,
So-
they do have a beautiful message to them, and like they give you insight into how people do go through those things because it's a very real diseases. Um, I just yeah. Now that I'm remembering the movie, she's like super anal about when she needs to take her medications, and then she's pushing this kid who doesn't give a fuck, and he's like trying to die as fast as possible, or doesn't really care. He's like, what's the point? So then she gets on his case, and then like at one point in the movie, they escape the hospital together, and then they come back, and spoiler alert, one of them dies.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
really?
it.
I didn't remember this.
You're not gonna watch it
Um,
anyway, or if you
yeah, I
have,
mean, I remember watching it and remember like, oh, okay, this is super. This is super adding value to my life. Um, Fuck
yeah,
that. No, I don't like any of those movies. There's a bunch of movies like that where it's like, nah, don't fucking
I
put all these fucking movies, and they think it's like art. Like it's beautiful because you have to see it. Now I like movies that portray things that happened in the past, like historical movies. You know, I've been watching a lot of war movies, submarine movies. Fucking love those. You know,
yeah, that one 1917. I don't know. We saw that
that
one.
one was really
World
good.
War One. Crazy movie from the beginning to
Fucking,
the end. It was
fucking
nonstop.
amazing, and it's shot in this one take.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. It seems like they did it all. We gotta wrap this up in 5 hours. Let's do it.
no, I mean, obviously it wasn't filmed all in one take. It was segments, but they did
The
the
camera angle,
effects
yeah.
in a way so that it always looks like it's one shot. But there were very long scenes where they actually did one shot, and it was insane. Like there's a famous scene where he's going through the
The battlefield.
trenches, yeah, and then he has to get out. Like that whole thing was done one shot, and they were able to do so because now we have the possibility of getting a cameraman inside very small places because cameras now are smaller, so they're able to get better scenes in that sense.
Which is
I hear they're
amazing
gonna
because
make the new a new Jurassic Park with the original people.
oh shit, did not know that. What's that? Ah, fuck, I forgot the main actor's name. That's crazy. Are they gonna make it separate than the Chris Pratt trilogy that they have going on, or are
Yeah, I
they
would
gonna
have,
combine both?
or who knows, or maybe they come back and they're like, oh,
The
we're bringing the
scientists.
old crew back, and then they join in with Chris Pratt. Although I don't know if Chris Pratt is canceled because he's Christian,
Mm.
so I don't know. He's like
Yeah, he
super.
he has his own
Yeah,
issues
he's
going
all
on
about the
with.
Christian patriarch. So I don't know about that, but
God forbid, right?
there's also, if I'm not mistaken, this year we have John Wick 4 and Matrix 4 coming out on the same day.
That boy Keanu Reeves still doing it.
Yo, that boy Keanu Reeves killing it.
Yeah, what I like about the John Wick series is that he says he's gonna keep making them as long as the fans keep watching them.
Dude,
Fucking,
I
I'm
don't
down
like
for
those type
two
of
hours of
movies.
just. Ba, 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 ba,
And I
ba, ba, ba,
watched
ba.
the last one, the third one, and I was like, oh, it's non-stop like clap clap. That it's sort of like, oh, I see how this is not really that deep, but it's super entertaining.
Super. And it's not those unrealistic like Fast and the Furious movies.
Yeah, it's weird because I would have categorized it there, but it's not. It's like a fictional, explosion, fighting, shooting movie that is a bit um, pop, but it's good enough where like it stands on its own without being this tacky Fast and the Furious bullshit.
Yeah, there's no cars flying out of buildings and landing into another building, and then The Rock bringing down a helicopter and throwing it down to the floor.
Yeah, it's
None of that
definitely more
insanity.
real.
Yeah, in the scope of it being unreal, it's plausible, I guess. Not to that extent, but yeah. No, I think he does a lot of the scenes, the fighting scenes. He choreographs a lot of that stuff. There was a movie that he did, The Man of Tai Chi. It's a lot of just badass fighting, and it's fighting to the death on the ground fighting, and he's like the kingpin that's organizing all this stuff. And yeah, he choreographs all the fight scenes. So I wouldn't be surprised if he does the same for John Wick and for The Matrix.
Man, I think he's a badass. Straight up.
Yeah, all in all.
and he's like a good person too, like cool guy, humble.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten canceled yet, so he's doing something right.
There's a picture of him where like it's like a fan asked him for a picture, and you can see his hand is like
With the two
very
girls that
cl- yeah,
he
that
doesn't
one.
touch him, yeah.
He's like
He knows.
he's like making sure like it's separate. Like yeah, I ain't falling for this shit.
It's not happening to me. I know how you did my cousin Vinny.
Yeah, I know how you did my cousin Vinny. Fuck that. My cousin Vinny Paco Minis. That was my homeboy who used to come through, and now you fucked him over. So now,
He hasn't worked another day in his life after you guys canceled.
yeah,
It ain't happening to me.
it ain't happening. I got too much shit.
He
I got
he
I
actually
got.
has a super sad cancer movie. Sweet November.
Oh
He made
really?
it back in the day. I forgot who the actress was. It was like his wife. And it was like a long battle with cancer, and they had a super sad song. I think I was 10 when I watched this shit, and I was just traumatized.
I don't see any benefit from those movies. Um, I used to think they had it, and then it was just like, why would I want to cry? Like, I already cry a few times a day as it is.
I don't need this catalyst.
Ah, after
I'm already
after
right here to crying. Please don't
like
push me over the
like
edge.
I'm already crying twice after lunch when I have to throw up what I ate. So you know that the bulimia, all combined. I just can't take it anymore. I just can't take it anymore.
This is not my definition of a date night. Don't like it. Don't want to do it.
No, but yeah, bro, that's crazy. Those movies are weird. Do you think, as you're a father, right? As a father, do you think that when you watch movies and shit like that, have you still kept your child childish like humor, or do you think that you start becoming someone that likes more that humor? Like you start listening to Tom Segura or Tom Papa more. Um, do you start like watching movies? You know,
Well, what I like that they're doing now is that they'll make, or maybe they've done it for a while now, but I guess I'm noticing it now that I'm watching cartoon movies with my kids, is that they'll throw in a lot of jokes directed towards the adults that the kids won't necessarily get. And like movies like that, I appreciate that they get everybody involved because the kids like the animation and everything that's going on, but only the adults see what they're saying and really understand what they're saying. Um, like the Lego movies, they do a good job of that, catering to the humor of older folks. Um,
can you remember an example?
of a joke, no, I can't. But yeah, those type of I like how they're incorporating that nowadays.
Okay, okay. Like for example, like they'll have like what is it, Paw Patrol, or
Yeah, Paw Patrol.
Paw
No, okay.
Patrol, right? They have
It doesn't
like
extend to Nickelodeon shows.
all right, but
No,
like
don't
for
bring it
example,
up.
if you're watching one of those things like Paw Patrol, they'll have the Paw Patrol, the little dog, for the kids, and then in the background somebody will be like, "Blue Lives Matter," and like you'll have like a resonance, like you have a.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
there
be
for the
laughing by
kids and also
myself.
for
My
the
kids,
political agenda.
my kids are like, "What the hell is this guy? What's happening to
What the
this
hell? Don't worry about that. Don't worry about
guy?" No, there
like
was a movie that I saw recently. Fuck, I'm forgetting at the moment.